Salute to everyone who's watching today. Welcome back to Dominant. So, why are children doing adult stuff at a young age these days? Why are children dating so young? Because I'm a teacher myself, and I've seen 9-year-olds dating and 12-year-olds making fun of another child who was a virgin. And I was like, what? Is this the life we have right now? Then I started thinking that, you know what, there might be something that motivates them. And I'm actually going to write a future article on this. Why are children dating so young? So we're going to look at that psychology and let's just run right.
That's why, soldier. The revolution has begun. Time for war. Get your gun, make a man out of your son. It's the XY soldier. The revolution has begun. Time for war. Get your gun, make a man.
Don't forget, male ministry every Sunday. WhatsApp, the number on the screen, and so what is happening? You see, 50 years ago, before feminism and all of that, it was recommended for a child to date at the age of 18 and above, especially when they are out of high school. And at that time, the hormones were not as radical as today, because at that time you would see girls' menstrual cycles start at 13 years old, and puberty hitting boys at 13 years old, and they started to wonder, but the nucleus family had a strong enough influence for children to not date at the time when they were still children. So fast forward, feminism, removing the patriarchy and influences of social media. You would see a drastic change in the dating market, where you would see younger generations of children start dating at a younger age. You can see the stats here, and you will see that there's a drastic change, because now you can see children having a curiosity of dating at a younger age. And unfortunately, because of this, it has made them susceptible to certain things that they shouldn't be doing, and because they don't understand them. You will see them engaging in sex. You will see younger and younger children having children, and you will see families that are unstable and abusive, and you will see the exposure of homosexual lifestyles these days, and to the point that they say this non-binary and whatever. It stems from something. Firstly, it stems from the food we consume. You see, the food we consume contains estrogen at a high level. And what estrogen does to the psyche or the hormones, what it does is that it amplifies the hormones, because children, when they start wanting to date, there's something that happens in their brains that convinces them that the opposite sex, they will start to see when a little boy sees a little girl's butt and starts to feel some kind of sexual attraction, and they don't feel disgusted anymore. I remember at my time when I was 9 years old, when I kissed a girl, it was so disgusting. And now when they're kissing girls, they find it very nice, and they end up having erections. You understand? So there are hormones. The foods that we eat and the things that we consume make our hormones run faster and higher. We get puberty earlier. That's why you see the children these days, they would get periods as early as 8 to 9 years old. And the moment that they get that is that they start to feel a certain amount of attraction. They start to wonder, why is it sexy to hear, to have, to see to see her brother, for example. I'm not saying she's sexually attracted to her brother, but she sees someone who is tall, who is buff. They start to wonder, why do I feel like that person feel what? Why do I feel some type of way? Or when the little boy sees a woman with a big butt, and when they touch it, they start to feel some kind of sparks. They ask themselves what's happening inside their minds. So the other one is media. It's not really social media, but media. You see, uh, all programs on media and soapies and all of that, they tell you the PG rating. They'll tell you that it's 13 years old and all of that. But you'll find out that even 6-year-olds look at programs that 16-year-olds are appropriate for 16 years old and above. And because of this, it makes them curious. It makes them see those things and be like, what's happening there? I wonder how that feels when I touch a girl's butt and I kiss a girl and and sometimes when I'm in bed with her, I wonder how that feels. What are they doing? You understand? Media. Social media has amplified what media has already done, because social media, if right now when little Timmy sees his friend at 8 years old posting a girl and saying that he loves her, and he sees her kissing her, and he sees her and they're touching and they're happy, little Tim is gonna be like, I wonder how that is. You understand? They will ask themselves that question. And the other one is the lack of influence by the nucleus family. You see, the moment that the father is not strong enough, it's not masculine, the less influences that he has on the child, the more likely the child will develop this kind of characteristics. And the moment that the father does not invest in their child emotionally and mentally, the moment that they screw the child's mind as well, because it's not only about the father being there physically and financially, it's about mentally and emotionally as well, which is my next article. Probably I'm going to release it January or February. I'm excited for that one, and I'm sure you should be excited to read that one as well, because it is very informative, especially when you want to become a parent, and or you are looking to become a parent in the future, or you already have children but you don't know if this is something that you would invest in. But because of the influence that social media has on the children more than the nucleus family, it's easy for them to fall into things that they do not understand. And it's easier for them to do things that are contrary to what happened 50 years ago. And they would date. You understand? That is what is happening right now. And because of the distraction of the nucleus family, it's easier for the devil to convince children that they should be doing adult stuff without assuming the responsibility of doing those adult stuff. What do I mean by that? It's easier for them to be promiscuous, to date one person and just dump them, and go to another person and just dump them, have sex with this person and just dump them, and go to this person and have sex with them. You see, the influence is there. For them to be promiscuous, they don't see promiscuity as anything. It's normalized, just like I said, homosexuality is normalized as well, where children will start thinking that they are boys when they are girls, and they are girls when they are boys, or they are curious of how it feels to kiss a girl when you're a girl, or when you're a boy, you kiss a boy. Those things are a result of influences that have nothing to do with the nucleus family, and the nucleus family that which the mother is feminine and the man is masculine. That's what is happening right now. So it's the result is that younger and younger children are suffering from this, and they are getting younger and younger. Unfortunately, they are getting younger and younger, because if I had to recommend an age in this day is tough to recommend an age where children are supposed to date. But one thing I will tell you, parents, in pay attention to your children, invest in your children, talk to your children. That your children, when you don't talk to your children will have someone to talk to them. And unfortunately, they're going to be told things that you might not like. And you want to find out that your child is dating when she's pregnant. You want to know if your child is dating when she's hanging out with a lot of boys or a lot of girls. You want that. Or you want the child to be comfortable to tell you this, and you are able to set the parameters for them. That's other than just you saying that stop dating. It's like telling someone who's doing drugs to stop doing drugs. Will they stop doing drugs just because you told them to stop doing drugs? No. There are things that have to be done first for them to stop doing drugs. It's the same with your children. If you want them to stop dating at a certain age, you have to realize that there are systems for you to do that. But what I would do is that I would recommend for you to talk to your children about dating before they get exposed about dating from other sources, especially at young ages. Um, Talk to them. 9 years. Tell them don't date and tell them why they shouldn't date at that age. 12 years. Tell them that if they're starting to be curious, what are the parameters they should fall back to. And one of the things that I tell the youth and the little children and the parents is that tell your children to date for a purpose if they decide to date. And tell them that if they're not dating for a purpose, if they are just lasting for that person, they shouldn't be dating. And another thing I told them, and I tell them this a lot of times, I say, if you are ready to have a child, you are ready to have sex. If you are ready to have a child, it means you are ready to be someone's partner and someone's wife or husband. If you are not, then you shouldn't be having sex. I always tell them that. So give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe and comment below. Check out in the description articles that I have posted already. Can homosexuality be cured? And the other one is that the feminist structure which begins with the father. So always remember, /tech XYS soldiers salute you.